Okay, so today we'll go with SQL joins. Okay, so joins means actually, see, while storing, we store the data into multiple tables. But while retrieving, now, why do you store it in multiple tables? You know the reasons. Okay, the reason why you store in multiple tables is you want to avoid null values and redundant values, duplicate values and all that. So obviously you store the data into multiple tables. But when you want to fetch the data, now you'll fetch it into a single table. Means you'll retrieve all the data from single table. Till now you are working only on a single table. Like you are working on what? Scott tables, and in Scott tables you are working only on what? Single table called as employee. But in fact your Scott tables were 4. Which are the 4 tables? Employee, department, sal grade and bonus. Some 4 tables are there. But we are working only on a single table. So today we start working on multiple tables. So we are moving into how to fetch the data from what now? Multiple tables. The summary is only this much. See, SQL joins means creating n tables to a single table is called join. Okay. SQL join is used for what? Retrieving data from multiple tables. While storing, we store in multiple tables. While retrieving, we get it into a single table. See, this is just an idea now to give you. You'll be storing it in multiple tables like this. But while retrieving now, you'll be selecting it into a single. We see this is a virtual table. Don't think one more table gets created. You'll retrieve the data and it will be fetching it into a one table like this. Understood? So while storing, you store it into multiple tables. While retrieving it, see, while storing, you store in multiple tables. While retrieving, you get it into a single table. This is the concept now. Understand the concept. How to do is very simple. As long as you don't understand the concept, there is no point in doing it. Understood? So get the concepts very clear so that you can start writing your join queries. And most important joins, any interview go, definitely they'll ask a lot of questions on this. Clear? So this is the concept now. Okay. Now for joining, see, these are the points we have to understand now. What we have to understand next is, these few points you have to understand now. For joining tables, criteria is data type of the column. I'll be explaining you all this. But for joining tables, criteria will be what? Data type of the column. The data type of the column which is used for joining should be of the same type. Means when you are joining one table with another table now, okay, the data type of both the columns should be same type. Understood? I'll explain you with examples. Okay, now say, to join tables, you need not have a relation between primary key and foreign key. Means, to join tables, you do not have a relation between primary key and foreign key. And one more thing, we can join to unrelated tables also. Many people think what? Primary key and foreign key is used for what? Joining purpose. No, it is not used for that purpose. See here, join can work without primary key and foreign key, but they are needed for what purpose? Inserting and deleting. Okay, while inserting primary key and foreign key will check for integrity, while deleting primary key and foreign key will do cascading. Okay, so all these concepts I'm going to cover now one by one. So these are the very strong points what you have to understand now. We'll cover it. Okay, next. How many types of joins are there? See, this is a big discussion. How many types of joins are there? You read one on book, one on author will tell you one story. But very simple, I'm classifying it for you. Okay, see, there are only 2 types of join, broadly classified. Broadly classified, there are only 2 types of joins. What are they? Equijoin and non-equijoin, broadly classified. Okay, so now see, SQL join is of 2 types, equijoin, non-equijoin. Now if you use the equals operator in a join, means you will be writing conditions to join. You are going to write conditions to join the tables now. When you are writing conditions to join the table, you have to use an operator. How you write a condition? You have to write the condition with a operator only. So whenever you are writing a condition with the operator, you can use many operators. If you use equals, this symbol, it is called as what? Equijoin. Or if you use any other symbol in the joining condition, it will be called as non-equijoin. Very simple. Now again in equijoin, many classifications are there. Understood? So you know, inner join, outer join, self join are all what? Equijoin. Understood? So all the inner join, outer join and self join are actually called as equijoin here. And again, see, in inner join fine. In outer join, again there are 3 more types of join. What is it? Left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Understood? Now in self join, again there are 2 types. What? Inner join and outer join. Again in outer join you are having what? Outer join, sorry, actually it will be, just modify it. It will be left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. That's it. He has written only outer, means we have drawn it as outer. Make it as what? Left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. I'll modify this diagram also when before I put it into the this one. Are you clear with this now? See what is it? Same like this, sir. What you are seeing now? Left outer, right outer, full outer. So this will be left, right and full outer join. Done. This is the classification. And non-equijoin, that's it. There is no classification. See, the most important join is only these two. These are very, very important queries, which are joins. So in industry we practice means in practical purpose we use only these two. Practical, real life point of view, application point of view, we use only these two. Okay, no other joins you use. But I'll cover so that you'll get a clear idea about what are joins. Are you clear with this now? So most important are which one now? Inner join and left outer join. And these two are only extensively used. 95% of the times you'll use this only. 95 to 98%. Now why? As you go on learning, you'll understand what. Clear this now? Yeah? So which are the two joins now? Inner join and left outer join are the most important ones. Fine. Next, some description about this diagram now. See, when you are joining the tables, we write the condition using many operators. When you are joining a table now, you write conditions. And you write the conditions using many operators. So when you use comparison operator, then it is called as what? Equijoin. Understood? If you use any other operator other than equals, like example, greater than, lesser than, and, or, between, then we call it as non-equijoin. Are you clear now what is the difference between equi and non-equi? This is a table. Equijoin, non-equijoin. Next, we'll concentrate now on equijoins. We're going with what now? Equijoins. Okay. There are three types of equijoins. Now inner join. In the inner join, just write it down. I'll be explaining you. Okay. Then we'll come back and revisit all these topics now. Clear? You write it off. So this much you write it, because tomorrow when you go to interview now, it will be all the description will be at one location for you. There are three types of join. What are they? Inner, outer, self join. Again in outer, how many are there? Left outer, right outer, full outer. This is the description. One by one I'll take and explain it to you. Write it down first. Okay, fine. Next, one more is there. Just write it. Cross join. It's a different one. Just write it. We'll be discussing all these joins now. Yeah? So I'll be moving with which one now? Take the first heading. Inner join. Okay, so first of all understand that I'm teaching you equijoin. In equijoin I'm teaching you inner join. Understood? Okay. Fine then. So what is inner join? We'll see that first. Okay. See, one more thing, what you have to understand is we'll be working for learning all these joins. I'll be using which table you know? Same Scott tables I'll use. Okay. Which on the Scott? Let us observe the tables now, how they are. Let's go to the object browser, check all the tables. So we have got 4 tables here. In the Scott schema, I've got 4 tables. Scott schema, see this. One of the table is employee table and this is its data. Clear? So master table of that is what? Till now you're working on employee table. Till now you're working on only employee table. But master table of employee is which one? Department. And there is no relation between what? Bonus and salary grade. They are independent tables. So in your project you'll have multiple tables like this. But you'll be fetching the data from multiple tables. That itself is called as join. When I write on query you'll understand it. Okay, most important now. Okay, in database is the most important subject. So are you clear? So in EM department there are only 4 records. Okay, in sal grade what is there? So it gives you the grading. Means if his salary is between 1 and 700, sorry, 700 and 1200, his grade is 1. If his salary is between 1200 and 1400, his one will be 2, like this. Okay, and if his salary is between 2000 and 1004, approximately, you got this grading, no? So this is the grading. So everybody is having their salary. See here, they are having their salary. It will fall under, means we can check grading system under what grade his salary grade he is getting. Understood? So fine, these are the 4 tables, and bonus is not having any records. There are no records only. Fact is there are 4 tables, but in bonus there are no records only. Okay, so definitely we'll be joining 3 tables and all that. We'll see it now. Okay, so join is a very important concept now, and put the first heading as, or before we start off, little I tell you about this joins. See, yes, concept is simple. You understood the concept, what you want to do. So earlier what was happening, see, there are many databases. Like example is Oracle, MySQL, DB2, so many databases are there. Concept remains same, there is no change. But the way of writing query was different in one database. The way of writing a query in one database was different. Like example, I'm just telling you, in Oracle we use something called as plus operator. Okay, so plus operator, if you put, actually it will make it as we use something called as plus, and there it actually you write a join like that. That's the syntax of Oracle. Let's not bother about that syntax now. Like just I'm telling you, in older days these were the problem. One database was having its own style of writing the query. In DB2 they are using some other thing like star or something like that. So every database had its own style of writing the query. But we application developers now, when we want to use the database now, supposedly today for my application, my project, today I'm using Oracle, so I'll learn that style. Next I'll start using MySQL. Now you have to learn how to write that query in MySQL. Concept remains same, so this becomes a problem. So that is why what happened, one standard was formed, because see, this will be your application. You know your application now. See, this is your application. You'll have a UI, this will be your application, and you have to write queries now to retrieve what? To retrieve data from multiple tables, you have to write the query here. Okay, so supposing you are working on Oracle, you learn how to write the query for Oracle database. Tomorrow another project, or you might change the database here itself in the same project. See this, DB2. What is the problem now? Supposing you change, what is the problem? You have to learn that query. Fine, learning it is one thing, but if you want to migrate the database, you have to change your queries in the application also now. You have to change the query, otherwise it will not work, because whatever query you had written was suitable to what? Only Oracle database. Tomorrow you migrate to some other database, now it will not work here. So these problems developers started facing. Learning is one thing, maintenance was another thing. Okay, heavy problems developers started facing. That is why one standard was introduced called as ISO standard. ISO standard queries, we say, join queries. Okay, now all databases, they follow this standard. Let it be Oracle, DB2, whatever it is. So today we got a standard for writing what? Join queries. So I will be covering you purely ISO standard join queries now. Okay, so do not bother about the old syntax. Even if you go for interview or today latest, in every company they are using what? ISO standard queries only. So learn this itself. Understood now? So don't bother about non-ISO standards. Okay, because it's of no use now, it's outdated. Okay, and to tell you about Oracle, see, Oracle up till 9i version, 9i was supporting what? Non-ISO. But from Oracle 10G onwards, it supports what? 10G, both ISO and non-ISO. It will support both ISO and non-ISO. Understood? But in Oracle 10G, we will be learning what? ISO standard queries. So whatever queries I teach you now should be typed in what? Only Oracle 10G. Do not type it in what? Oracle 9i and all. It will not work. Or the previous version, 9i, 8. Don't try to use it. So Oracle 10G is supporting what? ISO. Older databases are not supporting which one? ISO standard. This is the idea. Understood? So anyway, we have installed Oracle 10G only. We'll be covering that itself. So I'll be showing you. That's the reason. Okay. So we'll be learning what? We'll be learning which one? ISO standard queries in Oracle 10G database. Clear this now? Okay. So again, let's understand the concept. This is the history, and it has been very comfortable for the developers today. Reason is, earlier application developers were learning one-on-one querying style for one-on-one database. Concept was same. Okay, today we are relaxed because all standards have come out for everything in software development actually. Fine. So I'll go on teaching you the concept, and then I'll be teaching you how to write those queries in which are now Oracle. Clear? So put the heading as first one, equi-join and what? Inner join. First I'll be covering what? Inner join. In equi-join, the first query what I'll be covering is inner join. And see now, to do a join now, there's one syntax you have to follow. Okay, it's very simple syntax. You follow this, you can write any query. So generally most of you have written queries, but don't write your queries in that style. You take the approach of something like yesterday what I covered, fill in the blanks. That is better. See, this is the syntax of writing your queries. Select, you write, you want to retrieve it now. For writing, what is that you need in a select query? Select and from becomes mandatory. That you know. Okay, if you want to do a join now, you have to use on clause. If you want to join multiple tables, you have to use on clause. Understood? So this is the syntax of join query. Roughly I'm giving. Still all will continue. Which one? Having, that and all is optional. But these three are mandatory now. If you want to do a join. Having, order by, group by, that all you can write, continue. But first we'll learn these three. Then we'll go into all that. Okay. Now in the from clause, just one second. It's correct, 1 second. I'll just write it from here. Select from on. So select, what is that you'll tell now? In the select clause, what you'll do? You specify, means you give the provide column names or name of the columns. You know what you write in this. Correct now? Yes, next in from clause what you do? You provide table names. This is the syntax, you provide the table names. But see, you'll be joining not one, no, you'll not be giving one name because you're going to retrieve the data from multiple tables. You'll be giving multiple names here, not one now. Like table 1, table 2, like that you'll go on giving. Okay, so you'll provide names of the tables. Okay, and see the most important thing, okay, to understand left outer join, right outer join, understand the concept here itself. Okay, so when you're specifying the table now, okay, you'll be specifying one table like department table, employee table, like that you'll write here. Okay, this is just I'm writing the syntax. So when you write now, okay, always remember here the position of the table is very important. Which table you are putting in the left side means, like supposing I'll write two tables here. In the from clause, I'll write two tables. Example here, department and I'll write employee. So in this from clause you'll write multiple tables like this, not one. So here department is on the left side, employee is on the right side. Understood? So the position of the tables is decided in the from clause. The position of the tables is always decided in the from clause. Understand this, because when you are doing left outer join, right outer join, this position becomes very important. So in the from clause, the position of the table is decided. So I'll write it here. Position in ISO. In ISO standard queries, position of the tables is decided in from clause. Position of the table is decided in from clause. Now why do you use on now? Yes, to provide join condition. On is used for providing the joining condition, and if you want to write a condition you have to use operators using SQL operators. So now which are the different operators you can use? Just now we listed. So here if you use equals, it becomes what? Equi-join. Any other operator, it becomes non-equi-join. That's it. Understood? It becomes a equi-join If you use this operator, while giving the condition, if you use equals, it becomes equijoin. Any other operator like greater than, lesser than, and between, like this, it becomes non-equijoin. That's it. So now see what you are learning. The great benefit of this is this will work in all databases. Understood? Earlier, what was the problem? One database had its own style of writing the query. Now this is the standard. Clear? So put more effort and learn. Clear? So are you clear this? So I'll clear this and I'll start showing you some examples. You'll start getting the better. This is the syntax. Okay. So fine. Should I clear this? See again, you'll see this. Here what you write is like this. You'll write column 1, column 2, whatever columns you want you select. Okay. So after that, like this, columns also I will select now. Table 1 dot column 1, table 1 dot column 2 means you can select any column from any table. Then next you can select from table 2 also. Table 2 dot column 1, table 2 dot column 3, like anything like that. So now that you have to, or if you are interested in all the columns, say star. See there is so many columns. Which column you want to select. Then next, see this. From table 1, fine. Then table 2, fine. First I show you how to join two tables. Then we'll go on to join what? Multiple tables, still more tables. So here you have to tell now which join you want. Okay, like example, you have to write type of join and write the type of join. This is the syntax now. Example would be what? First one would be something like inner join. What type of join you want? Then left outer join. You specify what type of a join you want here. That's it. Third would be a right outer join. Fourth would be full outer join. We have something called as cross join. Like this, what join you want, you'll go on telling. Then on. Here what will you do is table name dot column you'll use, and you'll use operator here, and you'll say table 1 dot column, any column, table 1 dot column 1, table 2 dot column 1, any column, some other, any column. I'll write it as column 1 and column 2. Any column, any table you can specify. But this is a syntax, just understand. Here you use a operator. But maximum we use always what? Equals operator. Maximum. That's why we call it as, maximum we use equijoins only. Maximum we use always equijoins. You'll only understand why. So fine then. Yeah, we'll start off with an example only. I'll be teaching you what? First one, inner join. See, my requirement is simple. To understand this, we'll go with requirements. I'll tell you now. You know your tables. And if I ask you, find out, retrieve the details of which employee is working for which department. The requirement is what now? Retrieve which or find the details of which employee works for which department. Actually, department is in which table now? A department information is in which table? Department table. Yes or no? See there. So this is the data. I am asking you to find out which employee works for what? Which department. But the problem is in this table you are not having that information. What is the information you got here? Only department number you got. You don't know the department name here. Department name is actually stored where? Department table. See this. It's actually stored here. But I want to find out. See, if I say select star from EMP, it will show me only what? See the query here, I'll write. So till now you are querying on a single table. Select, I'll say e name, comma, department. Okay, first I will go with this. Select, follow always this, from. Done. Which table? EMP. What are the columns? E name, comma, department, number. If you write only this much, your query will exit. I am not saying no. Look at the result, what you are getting. You are getting the department number. I don't want the number. I want the name of the department which is working. So obviously the department name has been stored in which table now? Department table. So I have to retrieve that information from department table. Now how will I get what? So obviously I have to join. You have to join both the tables. Okay. So the first topic what we are going to cover is what? Inner join now. So why I am going to do inner join, that you understand. Don't think that I am teaching inner join, because my requirement is like this. I am forced to do what kind of a join now? Inner join. Means given a requirement, you should know among all the joins which join to use. That is the way you have to learn. Generally you have learnt in only what? Okay, this is inner join, this is outer join, this is left outer join. You have learnt like that. But if I give you a requirement, you should know in that scenario what type of a join you have to use. So see this. So what is the query we have to write now? See this one, okay, I'll delete this now. This you leave it off. Yeah. Let's see this. Query, okay. Find which employee works for which department now. Done? This is the requirement. So now see how I write the query. Okay. So here we use inner join. Means here see how I write this is select. So fact is, see, this is the table. You have to join now. So what we have to do is I'll join the department table and employee table. Okay, that I'll join with this. And how I join is, see this, select from on. I'll show you how to write this. These are the three things required now, because I have to do a join. So which table you have to join now? Which are the two tables you have to join? It's fill in the blanks now. Learn properly. EMP. And sorry, okay, now see. Here always when you are writing now, you are going to write two tables now. I can write employee table first and department table second also. No issue. Okay. But generally the convention followed by all developers is put always your, if they are related table, keep master table on the left. Understood? The position of the table I was telling you now. Here is where the position of the table comes now. Generally always the master table is kept on the left side. It's not a rule. That's the convention what we follow. Then next, employee E will be put in the right side. So left side, right side. Fine. Now here I'm going to do what? Inner join. So just I'll type now. Okay. I like INNER JOIN. It's filling the blanks now. So which are the two tables we are working now? Department D is joined with what? Employee table. Fine. And you have to give a condition now. What condition you'll give? D dot department number is equal to E dot department. See, these are the alias names I am using. You know aliasing. Department D has been named as D. Employee has been named as E. Now D dot department number means in the department table, D is which table now? D is which table now? Department table. DPT number. I'm selecting DP number means it's a column in department table. And next in employee table, which column I'm selecting? Department number. Fine. So like this we are writing the query now. So select, that's up to you now. You can select all the columns or a few columns. First I'll do star. Okay, let's execute this query now. See what has happened. Query executes and you can see the records have been retrieved from both the tables and it has joined in the result. This is the result of join. Clear? So see this. These are the details of which table? Department and employee table. So how it has joined is what you have to understand. Okay, so see, in research Smith is working, and in sales Alan is working. Like means it's joined everything. Everything is there now. If I want, I can select only few columns also. First I show you star I used. If you want, you can select few columns. So let's come here. I'll just show you now. What is inner join? Okay, see this. See, this is one table now. What you have got? What is the other table we have got now? Which is the other table you have got? Department. First, where is this? You see here, this department table I draw it on the left side. This is the department table. Okay. And then you got this is the data, department number, D name, location, 10, 20, 30, 40, accounting, research. These are the 4 departments: sales, operations. Then it is there in New York, it's there in Dallas, Chicago, Boston. I'm just writing one table. It's better you write tables like this and learn. This is one table. So this will be joined with which table now? Employee table. So this table will be joined with that table now. Understood? So what is the query we have written? Select, I'll write here, from on. So what is, see, I'm writing DPT D, inner join, employee E. This is the query what we have written. Okay, select star, you leave this. On what I said, D dot department number is equal to E dot department number. This is what I have written now. This is a query now. D dot department number is equal to E dot department number. So this is the query. Select star from department D, inner join, employee D dot department number is equal to E dot department. Same query I have written here. If you're not, it's not visible, fine, leave it. So when you write this, see here, and you have to understand this thing now. D dot, see the query now. This is one table, this is another table. Which one? Employee is the other second table now. So here what I am saying, D in the condition you see now, this is the joining condition. How the table should be joined now or clubbed. That's what I am trying to say. I am trying to say D dot department number. D dot department number is this column. Is equal to what I am trying to say now? E dot department number. So I am taking one column from department table, another column from employee table. You have to take one column from both the tables and then you have to join now. Okay, so I have selected department number from department table, and that department number is what? Foreign key now. So I'm using it. So here it will join. So once it happens, what happens? See how it joins now. First it will take this record. It checks now. It goes on checking with all the records. Does this match with the first one? D dot department number is equal to E dot department number. Yes or no? Because E dot department number is what? 20. We are checking for equality. 10 and 10 it will join. It will not join now. Next, it will go with this one now. Which one? Second one, Alan. What is his department number? 30. It will not join. This one not join. Ward will not join. Jones will not join. Martin will not join. Blake will not join. Clark will join. So this and this will be joined now, and it will form one row now. So wherever it matching goes on, it will go on joining now. Next, again it goes. So King, yes, it is going to match. This will also be joined. So which row? See, like this, a row from this table and row from this table will go on getting joined now. One row from this table and one row from other table will go on getting joined. But to join now, which row should join with which row? We are giving a condition. The condition what I have given is D dot department number is equal to E dot department number. Like this it goes on joining. Are you clear with this? And on big table is getting created. Fine. 10 will be over. Then the next record will be taken. Which one? 20. Now this starts off like this. Every row will be taken and checked with all rows. From means one row will be taken from this table and checked with all rows of this table. After that completes, how many rows got joined now? 1, 2, then what? Okay, 3 will join now because Miller also is working in department number 10. So after the first one is completed, then the second one will be taken. Now which one? Research will be taken. Now again it goes checking. Okay, so who is doing all this? Your database is doing all this. So it will do all this computing. It's very fast. It will process it and give you the result. So it will take this one now. So now, will this row and this row match? Yes, it will join. Then again it will take this row. Will it match? No. Will it take this? It will take the third row? No, it will not match. Then Jones, yes, he is working for department number 20. It will join. Like this. See how it goes on joining. I will draw it for you now. I'm not having space here, but just try to understand. This 10 will be joined with what now? Yeah, this one will be joined with first Clark. I'll remove this 1 second. This row and this row will join now. Next, which row and which row will join? This will be joined with 10. One more 10 is there? Yeah, here. King. So it goes on joining. One more is there down. 3. It will join because I'm not having space here. I'm not showing it to you. It will draw. Join. Then the second one starts off. Second one in watch. What? Department table. So again, D dot department number. What is the department number this time? 20. It will check with what? E dot department number. So it matches. So what it will do? Again it joins. So this will join with this one. Then again it checks. Now again it matches with which one? Jones. This will join. Then again next. Anybody else in 20? Scott. Yeah, Scott. This will join. Then Adams. So this row will go on joining with these many rows. Then next 30. Yes, this will join with which one now? Allen. Then what? Word also it will join. Third one. Understanding now? So if I go on writing it many, it will just become clumsy, but every row will be checked with every row like this. Wherever the matching records are found, it will do it. It will join now. Are you getting it clear now? So then after the third one completes, fourth one will start. 40 with 40, none will match. None will match. So that is why you can see here when you got the result, see this was the execution. So you are not finding anybody with 40. It did not match. So wherever, see the same thing what I told you is getting joined now. Okay. See research, in research, what is the research department number? 20. Clerk is working for which department? 20. This is the final result what you got. But it's not mandatory that you have to do star. Among these multiple columns, which columns you want, you select now. I did star, but yesterday I told you. What I told? In select clause, you can decide which columns you want. But understanding how the join is working now? So while storing, we store it in multiple tables. While retrieving, we retrieve it into a single table. And this is a virtual table. Don't think one more table has got created now. Select will never do any manipulation. The only thing which do manipulation are what? Insert, update and delete queries. So we are just selecting the data from multiple tables and bringing it into a single table. So, and this is itself called as join. Understood? Shall I clear everything now? Getting the idea? Okay. If you want to still clearly understand it, what you do is, you draw this table also. Like here, one more big table. Start joining. You'll only understand what is joined with what. Like as I drew now, I didn't draw this one. If you want, what you do? Draw employee table also like this. You do it in your notebook. And then what? Employee number you write. Then what? E-name. Then job. Then manager. Do it. Manually you do it. Then you'll start understanding. Hire date. Because it's only one time effort. In your lifetime you'll not go back and learn what? Joins again. Salary, commission and department number. You write now and fill the data. You fill. What is the data? Like this you fill whatever. 7369 Smith. His job is clerk. Like this. Department number is what? 20. Like this you fill. Then what? 74. Next record is 7499 Alan. His job is salesman. And he works in department number 30. Like this you write. Understood? So once you have the two tables, now you see D dot department number is equal to E dot department number. I should have written one more. Fine. Like this it's 1 second. I'll write two more and then fill it. Okay, the next one would be 7521 Ward. He's also salesman and he's working for department number 30. Okay, Jones. Sorry, 7566. Are you understanding how it works now? And wherever the matching, see your example, I'll show you with what is available. 20 with 20, yes, this two will be joined. 30 with 30, means row by row it will go, not in one chart. First this will start with all the rows, then the second one will start with all the rows, third one will start with all the rows, fourth one will start with all the rows. Wherever the matching is found, equals, I'm using what operator now? Equals. So the data on the left side of the table will be taken and the data in the right side of the table. That's it. See here, D dot department number is equal to, see the condition, E dot department number. So the data will be taken. Here it will be at 10 is equal to 10. Where it matches, starts retrieving. Clear now? So fine. So this is the concept of join. You understand on two joins, which are inner join and left outer join. All joins you will understand. Only two you have to understand. Okay, and that is only important. So I will be stressing more on inner join and outer join only, left outer join. If you understand this concept, finished. All joins you can understand very easily. Clear this? Fine. Which was the query? See, my requirement was this. What was the requirement actually? Find which employee works for which department. So now I wanted only matching records. Yes or no? I didn't retrieve the extra record, notice. So in inner join, always matching records are retrieved. Now one extra record is there. Which is the extra record? In department table, there is an extra record called as operations. Did that join? It did not join because it did not match with what? The operations row of department table did not match with any record of employee table. So since it did not match, it did not join only. Understood? So whatever in inner join, what happens? Only the matching records will be joined. In inner join, always the matching records will be joined now. So let's see this. See here. See, this is the query what I have written. I executed the query. Once I executed the query, look, department number 40 has not come. And see, some more records are there. See, 10 rows written. No. 10 rows written. Actually, 14 are there now. Okay. So, see here, more than 10 rows available. It's giving you a message. Here, increase rows selected to view more rows. If you want to see more rows, what you do? Increase here. I'll make it as 20. Then I'll again run. See this? Now it will display all the records. By chance, anywhere you can see the extra record operations, but that record is there where? In department you have that extra record called as operations. Now that did not join with any row of employee table. Did it join? Because it's not finding any match. So since it does not find any match, it will not join with the employee table. Any row of employee table. Check out this row. To which one it will join in employee? I had written it just now here. So that was matching with which one? None of it. So it will not Join only. That is the result. So that is why you can see the result now. It is not join. So inner joins will always retrieve what? Matching records. Here and here should be same. Means if it matches, then only it will retrieve the matching records. So that's the point we are discussing here. See this. We'll come back now. Inner join. In inner join, only the matching records will be selected and joined in the result. Very simple. Okay. In inner join, only the matching records will be selected and joined in the result. That's it. Clear this point now? That's all about inner join. Understood? Next. See here, you can write an inner join like this also. Yeah, once again. See, I'll select the columns. I don't want all the columns. I just want to find out which employee works for which department. Okay. See here, more things we'll see in here only. E dot E name, comma, D dot department name. Done. I can select any number of columns. That's my issue. Now only 2 columns are getting selected. Star will retrieve all the records. So it's very clear now. Smith is working for research department, Allen is working for sales department, Ward is working for sales, like this. All the records are retrieved. Understood now? So I wanted the department name, that is why I am joining the 2 tables now. Clear this? Clear? Okay. If you are interested, more columns also you can join. Not an issue. Now clearly look at this. See here, when I placed my tables, the position of the table. Okay, here department is on left and an employee is on the right side. Where in the from clause. Even in on clause, department is in left side, employee is on right side. Just notice, later on we'll see all that. Okay, so fine. But now see, while I'm selecting, I selected the rows from any table. That's your wish. That's how you want to view, you select now. Either you want the table rows, columns from employee table first or department table first. That is your selector. Now ulta I'll do here, D dot, not only that, here I'll say E dot job now. Job is one more column. That's your wish. But job is selected from which column? Job column is selected from employee. So one employee, one column from employee table, one column from department table, one column from employee. However you want to view now, that's you're joined. You know how to join now. After joining, which column you want in what order, you decide. Otherwise, star will give you one rough order. Rough order means, see, star will give like this. What is star doing? First it will take the columns of department table and then it is giving you columns of employee table. You decide in what order and you select it. Yeah? Fine. So here what I told, first you can say type now, E dot E name, comma, D dot D name. Fine, I'll take only 2. Fine. Now next things. Now, still now I was emphasizing on what? What was I emphasizing on? The position of the tables. I'll alter the position of tables. Just check out now. See, this is the original query now, what we have got. I'll just change the position of the tables. See, that was the original one. Now see, this is the one I'm going to change now. The second one I'll change. So what happens if I make this as employee E inner join department D? Will the result vary? Will it execute? Not execute? It will execute. You will get the same result. Understood? Means whatever is matching, it will retrieve it. So in inner join it doesn't matter. The position of the tables doesn't matter in what? Inner join. But in outer join, position of the tables matters a lot. Understood? The position of the table matters a lot in what? Outer join. Understood now? So result is still the same. See how many rows got selected? 14 only. Understood? But even if it works, what you do? Better you put master table on the right, left and child table on the right, if they are related. If they are unrelated, no issue. Understood? Because you can join what? Unrelated tables also. Okay, fine. Then next, I'll delete this. So next, see here. Now when I am joining, see it's not mandatory. You might be thinking now why I am joining department number with department number only. Okay. Supposingly I can join with other column also. Here I am joining with what? Primary key and foreign key. I will join with what? Let us see. What is the table here? Yeah. I will join with job column. Or I'll E dot, I'll say which one you want to join? Yeah, E dot, I'll join it with what? Job column. Something like that. So just see this. E dot job. Now see what happens. Run the query. It gives you error. Why? The data type is mismatched. How can you compare a numeric with non-numeric? What is D dot department number? Number. This is number now. D dot department is number 10, 20, 30. E dot job is what? String value, character. How can 10 compare with character? Not important. So to join, what is important? Data type of the columns are important. Understood? Now having said that, check this out. I can join it with then MGR column, no, because it's of type what? Numeric. Yes, I'll do it. MGR. Fine. Now see this. Because it's numeric, I'll join. But you didn't get an error. You're getting a data saying no data found. Why? Because this is 10. 10 will match with any manager assigning 10. See, I joined with this column now. Which one? MGR. So in the department table, there you are having records of 10, 20, 30, 40. D dot department number is 10. First one. D dot department number is 10. Can it match with this one? No. It will check with all. 10 will not match, it will not join. No rows will join, no. Next 20 will start. 20 will it join with any manager? No, because it's not finding the match. But for criteria for joining is what? Data types. Okay, first understand this point. Then I'll explain you why even though primary key and foreign key is not required for joining, later on I'll tell you, generally always joins happen on what? Primary key and foreign key. Generally. Why? That also we'll study. But to join, first understand primary key and foreign key is not mandatory. To join at two tables now, primary key and foreign key is not mandatory. But generally we end up joining what? Generally we end up joining primary key and foreign key only. Generally. Okay. So primary key and foreign key means joins can work without primary key and foreign key. But why do we need primary key and foreign key now? Because for inserting it will help in data integrity, and while deleting it will help in cascading. These points you keep in mind. I have given it to you here. What did I tell you here? See here. To join tables, you did not have a relationship between primary key and foreign key. Okay, we can join to unrelated tables also. I'll give an example. Okay, we can join to unrelated tables also. Then join can work without primary key and foreign key also, but they are needed for inserting and deleting. This point okay, but look at the first point. For joining tables, criteria is the data type of columns. That is very crucial. So always the column on the left side of the table and the column on the right side of the table should be having the same type of data type. Clear with all this? Yeah? Yes. So this is okay now. More things. See, you can write an inner join like this, or you can write it like this also. Just remove inner. That's all. No other change. Just remove inner. That's it. Run this query. Still it will execute. No issue. Sorry. We have to change it to what? Department number. Here also have to change it to still it works. I just removed inner. So if you write only join, it will be treated as what? Inner join. Join will be implicitly treated as inner join. But if you want any other join, that you have to write explicitly. Left outer join, right outer join, that you have to write. But if you write only join, implicitly it will be treated as what? Inner join. Yeah? There's one more way of writing inner join. Okay, because this is maximum used, we can write like this also. No issue. Yeah? Fine. So are you clear with inner join now? Inner join will retrieve what? Only matching records. Okay. Now I want unmatching records. So if I explain joins like this, you'll learn. That is one way of understanding joins. Okay. Means I want unmatching records. But let me create it with a scenario. The scenario would be now, I want all the departments and its employees. What is the requirement now? I want all the departments and its employee. Means the employee might be there for the department or not. I don't bother. Here what is the problem? We are not getting the department. Which department? Operations department is there, but I am not retrieving that record. I want that also now. But I am changing the querying style now. What is the scenario I am building? I want all the departments plus and its employee. Both records I want. See this. So we are going with what now? Left outer join. The next topic is what? Left outer join is the okay. First, I'll just talk about outer joins. See, outer join. In an outer join, matching records will be selected normally. Plus what? Extra records will be selected now. First, I am going with outer join. So outer join, in an outer join, matching records will be selected plus extra records will be selected. Now, outer join is the result of what? It's very simple. Inner join plus extra records. Nothing more. If you understand inner join, almost all things are over here. Understood? So outer join is the result of inner join plus extra records. Now see this. Outer join is equal to, one formula is there. Outer join is equal to inner join plus extra records. Remember this in your mind. Understood? But again in outer join, there are three types of outer join. What are the outer joins? Left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Now what will left outer join do? It will retrieve matching records plus extra records on left side of the table. So the position of the table now becomes important. Now right outer join, what it will do? Matching records plus extra records on right side of the table. Full outer join, what it will do? Matching records plus what? Means inner join plus extra records on both the tables. Very simple it is. Okay, but first I will be covering what? Left outer join. Okay, for teaching you left outer join, I have built on which one? I am creating one scenario here. What? See, this is the query. What we want now. Topic is left outer join. And query would be this. Query number 2. Yeah, retrieve all the departments and its employees. Now we are not bothered whether I want all the departments. Now some department might not have an employee now. You are seeing it now. So I want the extra record. See this all right. So remember now, the way to write the query is what now? I have to join. Yes or no? Which two tables you have to join? Among the 4 tables, I have to join 2 tables. Which one? Employee and department table. Yes. So first write select and from. That is normal now. You cannot write a select query without these two. Select and from is mandatory. I need to join now. So I will use on clause now. Understood how to write the query? Select from on. I will do one thing. I will type it in notepad if you want to make it more clear. Then I will paste it here. Let's see how you write the queries. Let's see. First I write select, then from, then on. Why did I write select from? It is mandatory. Why did I write on? Because I have to do join now. Understood? So that's why I am writing on clause. Yes. Now in the from, I have to first fill the tab. It's fill in the blanks now fully. So first I will fill what? Department D, master table, because we are joining the 2 tables. I know very well master table is on the left side. I will keep it on the left side, and which one? Child table on the right side. Fine. Now you want the extra record. Extra record is in which table now? Employee table or department table? You got department table here left side, and employee table is on right side. The extra record is in which table now? Department table. So you have written your position like this. Which one? Department on the left, this one on the right. Fine. So extra record is here. So if I want the extra record on that side, left side of the table, I will now write left outer join. Are you following now? So I will just write in between that. I will not write only inner join. I will write what? Left outer join. Because if I write inner join, what will happen? You know the result. It will return only the matching records. So I am writing now left outer join. Next, provide the condition. What is the condition? D dot department number is equal to E dot department number. Okay, columns you select. Which are columns you want? I'll select what? D dot department name. You can select maximum whatever columns you want to select now. E dot employee name. Finished. So this is the query now. Understood how to generate the queries? Don't write it in a single line. You will never get the output. Always do what? Fill in the blanks. First try it, select from on. Okay. Then in from you decide the tables and what type of a join you want. In on clause you give the joining condition. In select clause you write the columns which you want to view now. That's it. So then what happens? Sorry, join something is there wrong. Department, okay, that D moved that side. Okay. So are you clear this? Department D, left outer join, employee. Fine. Yes, see this now. I'll put that, paste that query, same query what I written there. Okay, and I'll execute this. Yes, now see the records have been displayed. The extra record you can see now. What is that? Operations. Understood now? So simply see, don't always create means don't just try to justify yourself. I know inner join, left outer join, don't justify like that. You should know which join to use when. That is the concept here. Are you clear with this? So you have got how many rows now? 15. This is the department and these are the, see, in accounting department 3 employees are working. In research department these many employees are working. In sales department these many. Operations, no employee. Simple. Are you clear with this? So now since I wanted the extra record, I went for outer join. But I decided to go for left outer join. In outer join, I went for what? Left outer join. Understood? Now see the concept here, very interesting and confusing also. Many people fail here only to write joins. Now the position of the table, see it here very clearly. I'll change the position of the tables now. What will I do? EMP, E. Then I'll tell what? Department D. That's all. Or 1 second. 1 second. This was the original query. I'll keep that query and I'll modify it here. Okay, see this was the original query what I wrote first. Now it will execute because department is on the left, employee is on the right. So this query will execute. No issues. And you can see how many records are there? 15 are there. Understood? Now just I'll change the position of the table, see what happens. What happens? Matching records will be retrieved. It will not give any error. Understood? Matching records will be retrieved. Plus, if there is any extra record, it will try to retrieve now. But in employee, where is the extra record? It is not there. So I'll run the query. So you'll get how many records? 14. Following now? And I'm explaining it to you so beautifully that you are able to catch it now. Understood? So extra record is on right side of the table. Now what you have to do? If you want the extra record, you have to write right outer join. That's it. Now what will happen? You'll get, because department is on the right side this time. Understood? And the extra record is on right side. So now again you can see the result is same. So I can get the output using left outer join also, right outer join also. Understood? First understand this concept. I can get the output using left outer join also, right outer join also. But the concept what you have to understand is the position of the table here. Okay. So what happens, since in companies what generally happens, people means I can get the same output in two style now. But again querying we wanted a standard because one person will write left, one person will write right. Okay. That is why the standard what we follow is to avoid confusions. We keep the master table on the left and child table on the right, just to avoid what? Confusions. And if you notice, always you will have what? Generally, master table will have extra records as compared to what? Child. Understood? As compared, because see, it's not like master table will have extra record. It's very rare scenario that a child table will have extra record. So keeping that condition in mind, always what happens? We use left outer join only extensively. Understood? Even though you are getting the output using right outer join, understood now? See, it's something like this. To make you understand that point, see this. There's an employee and he can have a phone. Yes or no? Let's come back to our tables now. Or project tables. Employee and phone. Can there be a phone without an employee? Can there be a phone without employee? No, no. But can an employee be there without a phone? Yes. So where will the extra record generally be? Master table. Always the extra records will always be there in master table. You'll never have an general. It's a very rarest of the rare case that you have an extra record in what? Child table. Rarest of the rare case you'll be having. You will have. I'll give you a scenario. Understood? But rarest of the rare case it will be that. That will be the condition. See, in employee now, I'll just write it now. Because we have to move to these tables now. Just take the example case here. There is an employee table and there is phone table. One employee can have many phones. So this is employee ID. He is having a name. Fine, first name, last name, anything, leave this now. But here coming to this concept, phone ID is there, employee ID is there, and he is having what? Phone. Fine. Now see this. 101. First name A, last name A, something. And he is having, employee ID is 101, he is having one phone, two phones. He is having how many phones? Two phones. Valid. Okay. Employee number B is having what? Only one phone. Valid. But employee by name C does not have a phone only. Valid now. So generally where will you find the extra records? Master table. Generally always extra records are found in master table. Will you find any time a query like this? Phone number without any employee ID? Rarest of the rare case. Understood? So you'll not find a record like this. That's why, so always when we join now we want the extra record, and extra record will generally be always in the master table. And master table always while querying we place it in what? Left side. And since we keep it in left side, we extensively go on writing what? Left outer join. So that is why left outer join becomes very, very important. And here what will happen? You can retrieve. We'll be writing the query on these tables also. Okay. Here you are going to retrieve matching record plus what? Extra record. I want all the employees and their phone number. Whether he is having a phone number or not, I am not bothered. Okay. See, there is one query. Retrieve all the employees who are having phone numbers. That time you will go with what? Inner join. Matching records. Sometimes you will go with what? Retrieve all the employees with all the employees, irrespective of whether he is having a phone number or not. That time you have to go for outer join. So, but which outer join will you go? You can use right outer also, left outer also. But the position of the table is important now. Better is keep master table on the left and use what? Left outer join. If you keep master table on the right, you can go with what? Right outer join. But don't do it. Follow conventions. Because one, sometimes you'll use left, sometimes you'll use right, again left, again right. We'll get confusion. So the standard followed is always keep master table on the left and then decide whether you want what? Left outer or right outer. First keep master table on the left and then decide which extra records you want. The table rows on the left side of the table or the rows on the right side of the table. This is the convention. So are you clear with this now? Okay, so you got the same output using what? Left and right. But better is you go for what? Left outer join. Following this? So this is the crucial catch. If you get this now, all joins you will understand. They are very simple now. So outer join is the result of matching records plus extra record. Extra record in which table you decide, left table or right table. Fine. Okay, see, it's just written on comment here, nothing else. See, requirement is this: retrieve all the department and its employees. That is the requirement. Okay, see here, D dot department I did left outer join, fine. Then right outer join now. This works. Better you do in this style. See, I have commented right outer join also works, but don't do it. Don't do use always means but don't use or don't understanding the meaning now. Don't use. Always place master table in the left side and use left outer join. Clear? Almost all joins over now. Clear? Fine. Next, just to make you now, this is done. You understood the inner join. You understood left outer. You understood right outer join. But I'll make right outer join more meaningful by adding an extra record in what? Child table here. I'll make it more meaningful so that you understand. Clear? So anyway, are you clear with left outer join now? It will select what? All the matching records plus what? Extra records in the left table. Means left outer join is equal to what? Inner join plus extra records in left table. Right outer join, it will select all matching records plus extra records in right table. That's all. Right outer join is equal to inner join plus extra records in right table. Fine? Fine. Then next, see this. What I'll do now, to just may have more clarity on the subject, for an example for outer join, right outer join, see what I'll do. There's an employee, assume that, say I'll add an extra record here. So I'll say insert row, I'll add an extra record. Just to make it more interesting. The employee number would be 111. Okay, you can fill in any name. I'll keep my name here. Okay. Just adding an extra record. His job is CEO. If he is a CEO, he will not work for any department, no? So obviously he will not have a manager, no? Fine, leave all this. It will be null. So he's not having a department number. Fill all this. He will not have the hire date. Salary if you want, you can give 9, something like 999, something like that you give. So what happens now? Create. One extra record is created. See there. So we are having an extra record in which table now? Employee table. Just to make you understand what? The concept of right outer join, I am doing this. Okay. So there are very rare cases like this where you have a extra record in child table. Very rare cases that you have an extra record in child table. Okay. So now see, I want all the employees, whether he is having any department or not. Next kind of a query now. Whether he is having a department or not, I want all the employees. Now see, so this is a query now. This is an example for what? Okay. I'll delete this. We should not use it. So that's why what I'll do. I will delete it off. So I'm keeping it now. I will not place it there. Fine. Now see this. Example for what? Only what is required I am putting now. Simply don't take everything and get confused. So the next one is what? Right outer join. Why do you do it? See, this is the scenario. What is the scenario? Retrieve employees and their done and their department. So yes, no. So you have to join two tables again. So how will you write the query now? How will you write? Tell now. Select. Next what? From. Then next what? On. You have to join two tables. Which are the two tables? Department D. Fine. Which is the other table? Employee E. Master table on the left, child table on the right. So you want all the employees now. Yes. So where is the extra record now? I don't want the extra department. I want what? Extra employees. I am more bothered about this time about employees, not departments. So that's why I don't want the extra record on left side of the table. I want the extra record on what? Right side of the table. So see this. So I'll do right outer join. Now will right outer join retrieve the extra record from left table? No. You know that very well now. Understood? So right outer join will only fetch the extra records from right side of the table. Means matching records plus extra records. Simple. On. Give the joining condition. D dot department number is equal to what? E dot department number. So fine, columns you select whichever columns you want. Okay, so I'll go with only E dot employee name comma, understood, D dot department name. Whatever columns you want you select. So I'll take this query. See, you should never get an error in writing queries. Remember, don't by heart to write the queries now. Okay, paste it. Because throughout your life you have by hearted writing queries. No by hearting from now. Understand logically and write. Run. So you're going to get the extra record on the right side of the table. 15 records you'll get. And you can see Ravi is there. He's not having any department. Clear with this? Clear? So why did I use right outer join? Because the extra record was on right side of the table. You can get this result using what? Left outer join also. But that time you have to keep what? Employee table on the left side. Now confusion will start now. That's why the standard what we follow is what? Master table on the left, child table on the right, and always we prefer to use left outer join. Very simple conclusion it is. You want me to show? You can try it out now. The same result you can get with what? Right outer join also. Only thing what you will be doing is, okay, if you are interested I'll show it here. See the same result I can do it with what? Right outer join. Okay, but one more thing, did you notice, did it retrieve the operations department? Why? That's the extra record on left side of table. So when you do a right outer join, the extra record on left side of the table is not retrieved. Okay, only matching plus extra records. So you are having, remember now, you are having an extra record in master table also, which is that operations. You are having an extra record in child table employee, which is that Ravi. You are having an extra record in both the tables now. But right outer join or left outer join, what they do? They retrieve the extra records only from left outer join means only from left side of the table. Right outer join means only from right side of the table. They will not retrieve the which one? See this. Okay, see this. Anyway, are you clear here now? See, it's not retrieving what? Operations. Sorry, I changed it. That's the left outer join. See, I'm doing right outer join, and the result is what now? This time it's not retrieving me operations. Okay, but see now the same result I'll get it with what? Right outer join. First I'll show you that. Sorry, left. How will I do it? See, if I change the position of the tables and use the right outer join, see the problem now? You'll get operations. See that? And people will start getting confused. Why it is working like this? Why it is working like that? You don't have to have any confusion here. Very simple it is. What is it? So now, because see, the extra record is on what? It's the same query. Same query. Only I changed what? Position of the table. Here department was on left side and employee was on right side. So that is why I was getting Ravi. Okay, but here I have changed only what? Employee is on the left and this is on the right. But the thing is, the extra record is on what? I am done right outer join. So that's why I am getting what? The extra record on department table, that is operations here. But if I want the extra record on what? Employee table, now I should do what? I'll get the same output. So this is why people are getting confused. Means what to do, when to do left, when to do right. I've clarified all your doubts now. Understood? Do not get, the best practice what we do is always keep master on the left, child on the right, and do left outer join. Because generally always extra records will be on left side of the table only. That's why I told you inner join and left outer join are the most important and they are extensively used. Rest all for knowledge purpose you learn, no issue. Fine. Are you clear with this now? So fine, but I'll remove this also. Okay, so this was query number what? This is query number 1, this is query number 2, this is query number, 3 it is. Right outer join is query number 3. Okay, now see the next interesting thing. I want everybody and all the departments. I don't care. I want all the extra records. Matching plus extra records means retrieve the next query now. Means the example is for what, full outer join now. Simple. The example is for full outer join. Means retrieve all the employees and all the departments. Done? So now see, I have to join both. That is mandatory now. So that's how you will write now. First you write select, then you will write what? From, then you will write what? On. Yes, now you do. First what? I can keep any table anywhere, you know that, but I'll write department D, then employee E. But I want extra records from both the tables. So what I'll do now, I can go for full outer join. Simple. Which join you want, you tell, man. That's it. Inner join means matching records. Left outer join means left side extra record. Right join means right side extra record. Full outer join means matching plus all extra. So simple, they are done now. Understood? On what? Again keep D dot department number. Sorry, D name. Is equal to E dot, E name. Select your wish. I'll select D dot department name, comma E dot E name. Sorry, the join condition. Sorry. E dot department number. Be careful. Join condition. D dot department number is equal to E dot department number. Correct now? D dot D name is equal to E dot E name. From department D, full outer join employee. Fine. I think done. See, now 16 records will come. Actually, I have 15 employees. Okay, and this side 4. But all are coming now. But when it is showing displaying as well, it will be giving you null value. This is actually null. When it matches now and it doesn't find any record, it will be replacing it with null. That's it. Clear? So full outer join. Full outer join very rarely used. So practically if you see now, which is going to be used? Inner join and left outer join only. Understood? So done. Here's the final summary of this now. What is the final summary? You got it now? It will select all matching records plus extra records in both table. Full outer join is equal to inner join plus extra records. Okay. See here. In one query only, I'll just show you now. This is your query now. Just see this now. What is the query number? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again wrong query numbers. Query 4. Okay. Just see this now. See this. This is the query. Yes. If I remove this, what will happen? It becomes what? Inner join. That's all. Means only matching records will be retrieved. 14. Okay. Now, if I write left outer join, what happens? Extra records on the left side of the table. Which is the left table? Department. Operations will be there. Simple. Next, there is an extra record. Means if I do right outer join, what will happen? So simple, they are done when today querying extra records on right side of the table. Full outer join just now I showed you. That's it. Both side of the table. Same query. Understood? Just left, right, full, whatever you want to do. Yeah? Fine. Then next. But you should know which one to do when. Understood? You should know what join to do when, you should know. That is very important. Yeah? Fine. And that you'll understand as you go on doing projects also, you'll start understanding. So fine then. So then next, I'll teach you something called as cross joins. Okay, cross joins. Very important interview question. Not practically used, but very important from interview point of view. What is cross join? They'll say. The result of a cross join is Cartesian product. You know what is Cartesian product? Mathematics. Okay. So m into n. Cartesian product means m into n. So just I show you. This is query number 5 or 6. Okay. Select from. Here you don't need any condition. Understood? Simply join both the tables. See this. From which to table? Department D. You have to use one cross join. That's it. Cross join. Cross join. Employee E. D dot. Columns your wish. D dot department name, comma E dot employee name. That's all. Query is over. Can you guess what is the output? It will not. You are not given any condition only now. What will happen? From employee table, one row will be taken. It will join with all the rows of what? Employee. Next row from employee will be taken. Again it will join with what? All rows of employee table. So in employee table, how many records you have got right now? Sorry, in department table, how many you got? 4. 10, 20, 30, 40 you got. In employee, how many you got? Right now you got 15. One extra added, no, Ravi? So that will be 15. Okay, so here you are having 4 records, here you are having 15 records. So what it will do, first row will be taken from the department table, it will join with what? Every row. Then second row will be taken and joined with what? Every row, means this will join with all the rows. Earlier only what was matching, that was joining. Then next row will be taken, again it will join with what? All the rows. The second row will be joined with all the rows like this. Then third row will be taken. Again it will join with what? All the rows. Every row means the one row from employee department table will be taken and joined with all the rows of employee table. Then next row will be taken from department table and joined with all the rows. Totally in your result you will find m into n, that is 60 rows. Finished. Cartesian product. If you want a Cartesian product, then you have to do cross join. That's it. The question is twisted like that. Okay. How do you get a Cartesian product, they'll ask? By using cross join. M into n rows. See this? Now total you'll be getting how many rows? 60. And it's your wish. Selecting columns is your wish. But total rows are more than 20 rows available. So what I should do? Increase it. 100 I'll make. Run the query. $60 rows returned, m into n. And see how it has joined? As I told you, accounting will join with what? All the 15. Then, after accounting is joined with all the 15, then research is joined with all the 15. Then, blindly, no condition only, you are not given any condition, it will not check only. Blindly it goes on what? Joining. That is why you have to give the condition on. On what condition you want to join? That's the reason We use on. On is used for giving what? Condition for joining tables. Simple. Okay. If I want, I can say star also. See this. This will also do. But it will display what? All the columns now. Selecting columns your wish. But it is doing m into n. Again what? 60 rows. How many rows are there? Don't think only 60. M into n. M is from master, means the left side of the table. N is from right side of the table. M is from left side of the table. N is from right side of the table. Nothing. Not necessary master and child. They can be any tables. Clear? See, here it is joining. Very clearly you can see. 10. Accounting is joining with everybody. Yes sir? Then 20 will start off. It will join with everybody. Then 30 will start off. It will join with everybody. Same. 60 results. Clear this? Interview question important. That's it. Lastly, we will see self join. One more join is there now? Self join. We'll see that. So what is self join? See, cross join is the Cartesian product of two tables. Cross join is the Cartesian product of two tables. To some finish it. Yes, next, what is self join? If a table is joined with itself, then it is called self join. Sometimes you will join one table with itself. Scenarios will come. Practically, no. But from concept point of view, I am teaching you. Real life application development will not do it. But just to make you understand the concept of self join, I am teaching it to you. Yeah. See, these are the different type of joins we have covered now. What all we covered? In equijoin, we have covered inner, outer, self. So here I completed outer. Now I am moving to what? Self. In self also so many joins are there. Don't bother, it is not used. Just one I will show you. In self I will be showing you what? Inner join I will show. Other joins you don't bother. Understood? So I'll build a scenario now to make you understand self join or why we join one table with itself. I'll give you a requirement here. See this. The requirement is this. What is the requirement? You know now. I want to find out, retrieve all the employees and his manager. Retrieve all the employees and his manager. Means who is the manager for which employee now? Retrieve all the employees and his manager. Okay. Now see, Smith's manager is who? 7902. But who is 7902 here? Ford. Understood. Then Alan's manager is what? 7698. But who is 7698? Yeah, here Blake. Understood. So like that, so I want to retrieve which employee works for which manager. So see how you will write the query now. So you will join with itself now. See, you will be joining which column now? This column with manager column. Employee number column you will join with manager column. But see how you write the query. And don't bother too much about all these queries. We don't use it. I'm telling you clearly. Alright, now self join. Yes, here is now. So select is mandatory, we need it. From on. Yeah. So employee E is one table. I'll say join employee E1. I'm joining employee table with employee itself. So one side I'm telling what name? Employee. E, one name I have given, aliasing, one I have given it as E and other one I have given it as E1. Now next, E dot, you have to give the condition, manager is equal to E1 dot employee number, and select which employee for which manager. No, E dot E1 dot from employee name, I select the name, comma, E dot name here also, E name, sorry, that's not E1 dot E name, E dot E name as manager. Some alias name you give, otherwise both it will display as that itself. Yeah, Smith is the manager for whom? Ford. So let's see Ford. His manager is 7566. One second. E dot Smith's manager is Ford. 7902. Yeah, Ford. Just the display problem. So just do it like this. So then Alan's manager is 7698. Blake. So here you can see Alan's manager is Blake. Understood? We never do this. Don't bother much about this. I'm telling you very clearly. Concentrate on inner join, left outer join. For syllabus point of view, I have to cover. I'm covering. Understood? But practically used is inner join, left outer join. Clear? Fine. Because if I don't cover, you'll tell what? Pamphlet problem. That institute is teaching this. We are not teaching this. Correct now? Fine. And lastly, we'll cover off. End up with which one now? Non-equijoin. Understood? Last one is there now. Which one? Non-equijoin. Okay. So now an example now I'll tell. See, this is the query now. First understand non-equijoin because I'll use what? I'll not use the equals operator. Understood? See this now. Yeah. It is already here. I'll just open it and show it to you. 1 second. Retrieve the employee salary, all the employees' salaries and their grade. See, this also will not be used. Just I am showing you. Okay, practically will not use all this. So here we are seeing what? Non-equijoin. And see this. So this is query number 7. Fine. So this time you want the sal means employee and you have to join which table now? You want to select the employee salaries and his grade. Department is not required at all here. So I need the employee table and which one? Salary grade table. Understood? If his salary is between 700 and 1200, his grading is 1. Okay, let's see now. I'll retrieve the values. So select from on. See this. From which table? Employee E. Any table, no, any side. Understood? Employee E. Then what? What is the table name? Sal grade. Yes. Understood? Select which column? E dot E name. I'll select his name. Then I'll select what? Condition I'll give 1 second. E dot E name. Then what? E dot salary. Correct now? What is the column name? Sal, no? Yeah, sal E dot from the employee column table. I'm selecting E dot sal. Then S dot grade. Whatever columns you want to select. Now the condition, E dot salary, E dot sal, okay, is greater than or equal to S dot what is that spelling? LOSAL, LOSAL. And E dot sal is less than or equal to S dot ISAL. Join your from the joining condition is only join here. For non-equijoin, no inner outer, just say join. So Smith's salary is so much and his grade is 1. Understood? So like this it will give the salary and its grades. But how did it do the join now? E dot salary it will take, and now this condition will be applied. If it is greater than and so, it will first one will be taken, and if it is meeting that condition, it will join the row. Every row from employee table will be taken, and it will start comparing that, putting that condition. So wherever it matches, it will go on joining. Just find it out. Okay. So this completes what? Non-equijoin. Why? Because we are used which operator here? Did I use equals here? To provide the condition. In on operator, what we do? In the on clause, what we do? So in the on clause, what do? We provide the join condition. And did I use any? See the condition here. Have I anyway used equals operator? I use greater than, equal to, and. Okay, so that's why it's called as non-equijoin. So that's all about joins. Nothing more is there. So if you are clear with this, easily you can crack any interview. Most important from what? Interview point of view for your lifetime also. Because if you don't know how to write proper queries, there's no point in writing your application. So we have to fetch the values from database like this. Clear this? Okay, that's it.